Volcanoes can be unpredictable. Lucky for us, scientific equipment is much more advanced than it used to be, and this has helped us to determine when a volcano is close to erupting. One thing that equipment can't do though is protect people. Several years back, a tourist fell into the crater of a volcano in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Scientists at the time announced that Miss Siuyan climbed over the crater rim in order to get a better look at the volcano, and misplaced her footing and fell more than 100 meters. Researchers in the region who went to investigate what happened announced that after the fall she was resting on a ledge that was just above the lava. Celestine Kasaka, director of the Volcanological Observatory in the nearby city of Goma, said the following: "She didn't survive, but they haven't yet been able to remove the body." End quote. Equipment was used in order to see how she was and if she had survived the fall, and although officials said that they could see initial signs of movement, they had to call off any further investigations due to poor visibility. Due to her showing signs of life, a team went out there that comprised of 20 Indian peacekeepers from Congo's UN mission, along with volcanologist Jacques Deroux. At the time, she was travelling through the local national park with guides when the incident happened. The guides did warn her and told her not to venture too close to the rock. However, as they turned away, she made her way down in order to get a better look at the volcano. Nothing else has been announced, but news stations in the region reported that she passed away from injuries, and that the team wanted to venture down and bring back her body. Another similar story is that of a 21-year-old student named Kyoko Matsumoto, who voluntarily threw herself into a volcano. This incident happened back in February 1933. The volcanic crater of Mount Mahara can be found on the Japanese island of Inzu Oshima. Miss Matsumoto was a student at the time, and attended Tokyo's Jisan College. At the time though, she had met another student, and soon started to develop feelings for her. She soon penned a letter which reads as follows: "Dearest, I am bewildered to distraction by the perplexities of maturing womanhood. I can stand the strain no longer. What shall I do? I should like to jump into a volcano." End quote. Being in love with another woman would have been frowned upon at the time, and knowing this, she decided that Mount Mahara would be her final resting place. Oddly enough, Mount Mahara was known in the region as a place where people would take their lives. It's not known exactly why this is, but some have suggested that the reason for this was because it was so easy to reach, and once you reached the top there was an easy accessible observation post that allowed you to look inside the volcano. Although this story is the most well-known one, and has been linked to the volcano, over 10 years before this event happened, people were throwing themselves into Mount Mahara. Although these events were rare, it's a sad truth that they did happen. At the time, people who were struggling would also make their way to the top of skyscrapers, and use that as a way out. However, owners and officials decided to put preventative measures in to help, and so placed railings and other fixtures in order to drastically reduce people going up there. This worked, but Kyoko Matsumoto would end up finding another way out by using Mount Mahara. Timoto told her friends about Kyoko Matsumoto, and instead of causing people to fear the location and stay away, it actually had the opposite effect. After the story and love letters made the rounds, people started to make their way to the volcano in order to do the exact same thing. Matsumoto even started to gain somewhat of a celebrity status. This was after the story got picked up again and featured by the mainstream media. Her note was reprinted and once again saw a surge of people make their way up to the volcano, and they did the exact same thing. It was also announced that back during 1935, Timoto had passed away, although what she passed away from is not entirely understood. Authorities and officials had revealed that at one point people were jumping into the volcano every week, with them saying that in 1936, over 600 people jumped into Mount Mahara. Authorities eventually took action and placed a fence around the base in order to deter people from going up there. The last story involves someone who fell into a volcano and survived. One of the strangest volcanoes is that of the mountain god found in Tanzania. Strangely, its lava never exceeds 500 degrees. Back in 2007, a local actually fell into this volcano during one of its active lava flows. The individual managed to pick themselves up and climb out, although reporters in the region noted that he had suffered from multiple burns. Except from this, he was okay. It's very likely that he's the only person to have fallen into a volcano and survived. Volcanoes have been a source of fear and fascination for centuries. Humanity has respected, revered, and even worshipped the world's volcanoes, while caring from what nature could do to them. Even now in our age of logic, we find ourselves at risk of their immense power and the danger it holds over our mortal lives. So what do you make of these stories? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comments section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.